Well, hello, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back and I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we're going to talk about Titan. This company is owned by an American Army combat veteran. I've done videos of Titan products in the past. They saw those videos that I had on my channel. They reached out and asked me if I wanted to review more of their products. I said absolutely. So in this video today, we're going to take a look at these emergency survival blankets. These are far superior than most of your standard Mylar blankets that you find on the market today. Let's set this down on the bench and take a closer look. Now, anybody that's ever won a giveaway, they probably will tell you that I almost always include a standard Mylar blanket in that package. These emergency survival blankets by Titan are far superior than your standard Mylar blanket. Let's go ahead and start by looking at the dimensions, 70 inches by 90 inches. So that's 5 foot 8 inches by 7.5 feet. So just getting started, these are far larger than your standard Mylar blanket. Now don't get me wrong, your standard Mylar blanket will still be a good life-saving device, but these are thicker, originally designed for NASA space exploration. Retains and reflects up to 90% of a user's body heat. They are reusable, waterproof, and windproof. They'll stop rain, they'll stop convection, and they will radiate your body's core temperature back into itself. Extremely lightweight and compact. Easily storable in backpacks or emergency kits. These ones are camouflage, and also you can use the reverse side of these for signaling device. Titan Survival is a family-owned business founded by an 8-year Army infantry combat veteran located in Modesto, California. Our products are trusted and used by military personnel and outdoor enthusiasts throughout the world. With the persistent and determined focus on quality, innovation, and customer experience, we honorably back all Titan Survival products with a lifetime satisfaction guarantee. Choose Titan Survival today and be effectively prepared for whatever comes your way. Helps prevent shock and hypothermia. Protective wrap for burns, shock, and exposure. Perfect for ground cover or a sunshade. Metallic reflective inside, and you can also use it as a distress beacon. These are excellent for your vehicle, your go-home bag, your get-home bag, bug-out bag, whatever you want to call it, or your emergency kit. So this is a pack that has 5 blankets. And I want to say thank you to Titan right off the bat for not only sending this 5-pack out for review, but they also sent a second 5-pack, and I'll be giving those away in future giveaways and things like that. So here we see the emergency survival blanket, and on the front there you can see that they're packaged very well, and it has all the same stuff that I just read earlier. And if you look at the size of these things, look at the thickness. They're much larger, but they're not gonna take up that much more space. If you look at the original Mylars, these things are paper thin. When you look at the Titan Survival blanket, they're much thicker. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Very easy to open up, so if you had wet hands or something like that, it's not hard to open up. Look at that. This is fantastic, and this is a large blanket. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see how big of a blanket this is. This is a pretty good sized blanket. Look at that. It's a lot thicker than the standard Mylar blankets. There's your reflective side, so you can see that for signaling. These are pretty durable, pretty heavy duty. Good material. Now, if you pull really hard, you can rip these. They're not indestructible, okay? But wow, those are nice. That's a big blanket. I'm stretching my arms all the way out, and that's how wide it is. And then it goes, right now it's touching the ground. So above my head, I mean, this is a large blanket. Huge. Big blanket. You could wear this thing like a poncho in an emergency situation. And I can tell you that I feel heat inside of this area already. This is crazy. So this could definitely save your life. These are good to have, at least a couple of these in your vehicle when you're traveling. Especially if you're traveling in the winter time and you see a wreck. Something like this will save a person's life, no doubt about it. Now I want you guys to understand that these are survival blankets. These are not a heater. This is a blanket that keeps your body's core temperature isolated. It doesn't let the heat loss through convection or wind take your body heat away. But these are fantastic. I mean, you could really put up a nice microclimate shelter using a blanket like this. So right here we have a simple plow point set up. I have my hiking pole. I've got a couple stones with some guy lines here. They're very thin. I'm just using really thin bank line. Got some rocks. And then I have my ground cover. So this little pad, it helps to break heat loss through conduction. I can feel the warmth just touching the walls of this. This is absolutely fantastic. And in a survival situation, something this simple could make the difference between life and death. This is a wonderful shelter. The plow point is one of my favorite shelters when I do overnighters and things like that. It's very simple to set up. It doesn't take long and it's pretty effective. So I could improve this, but the main thing is when I was inside of there, I could feel the warmth. I didn't have any wind, and in the event of rain, that would save my life. There's no doubt about it. It would keep me a lot drier than not having this. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to carry some of these Mylar emergency blankets, keep a few of them in your vehicle. It might even be very wise to purchase a 5-pack. That way you have plenty of them. You could double them up, but that 5 foot by 7 foot, that gives you plenty of room. You might have no problem sleeping under that, or even in the winter in a survival situation. Now my connection point up here on the top, it's just a lark's foot with what I call an external grommet. They're very easy. So when you're going to be using this Mylar blanket and you want to make an external grommet, all you have to do is take a handful of material, whether it's stones or dirt. And if you're using stones, I'd recommend using round stones, not sharp things that'll cut. But you just put it in the material just like this and fold the material around it. And then you take your little loop here of cordage and make a lark's head or a lark's foot. And you put it around there just like that. And now you have an attachment point on your tarp, and you can put those external grommets, I like to call them, you can put them anywhere on the material. So if you want something to hold the archway up higher, maybe you got a tree up above, you can put one right in the back of the tarp and raise that area inside. But it's very, very simple to make those external grommets. You don't want to pull on them super hard. Let's not forget that these are still thin, but they're a lot tougher than a standard Mylar blanket. Now I just have some cordage wrapped around a stone, and for visual, I'll just ride my hand up it. It goes up around my pole here, and then it goes down all the way to this other stone, and then I can adjust these stones according to how high or how tight I want my pole to be. So it's a very simple setup. If I want to add more strength to these anchor points, I can put more stones around here, kind of pile them on top of here, and then this will be a lot more solid. And the cool thing about these is when you're finished, you can just unthread the cordage and roll it back up. You don't have to cut anything. You don't have to worry about how long it is. It's very, very simple. So in a microclimate shelter like I just showed you, 3 of the 5 heat loss mechanisms were taken out right off the bat. Conduction was taken away when I had my sleeping pad on the ground. If you don't have a sleeping pad, you can use layers of debris like boughs from the trees, wood, grass, anything like that. You want to get that barrier between you and the cold earth below you. So conduction was taken care of. Convection was the wind. That material stopped convection right now. Radiation is when the sun put the heat through that material, plus my body heat reflects off of that and comes back in to that microclimate. So those 3 heat loss mechanisms were taken care of right out the bat. The other 2, respiration and perspiration, can be controlled once you're in a microclimate like what I showed you in this video. If you guys are interested in anything Titan, please make sure that you're checking the description box down below, because I will put my brand new Titan affiliate link down there in the description box. So if there's anything that you're looking for, I think Titan probably makes the best paracord on the market. I did a video review of their Survivor cord like 6 or 7 years ago, and that stuff is absolutely fantastic. Titan products are something that I agree with, something that I believe in, and they're definitely something that I'm going to stand behind. So with all that being said, folks, thank you so much for stopping today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and until next time, have a beautiful day. We'll see you then. Bye for now.